Hello friends, Ben Reed here, and I have just done something I didn't think I would ever do. I have officially done a Star Wars marathon. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I didn't grow up watching Star Wars. It just wasn't on the list of things that my parents showed me. I didn't watch Star Wars. I didn't watch Back to the Future, Die Hard, Indiana Jones. But you know what movies I did see? Big Mama House, White Chicks, Norbit. Do you see a theme? But so many of my friends love Star Wars, like, you gotta get into it, it's so cool. Like, fine. They finally broke me down. I was like, I watched all the live action films. I don't know if I'll ever watch the shows, but I watched the movies. And, you know, the first three, I can see why people like them. And the others, I can see why people are conflicted. So, but we are here to talk about Star Wars. I don't know much about the fandom, so I don't know if saying you like this movie over this movie is controversial or not. I know it can get controversial in the Marvel universe or DC universe or even in the Ninja Turtles universe. But Star Wars, like I told a friend of mine that I'm gonna do a Star Wars movie ranking, and she was like, "Good luck." Like, you might want to rethink that. Like, let me double check the list, make sure it's correct. But yeah, speaking of my good friend Sydney, she hooked me up with these R2-D2 pillows. Got this one here, and got this one here. I will give my life for R2-D2. I love them both. Thank you, Sydney. I know you're watching this. I appreciate that. Also wearing my Darth Maul shirt, and I did get some Star Wars socks. It's a Stormtrooper right now. I was wearing R2-D2 recently, yesterday, but we're wearing Stormtrooper socks right now. But yes, ranking, yes. Movie ranking, let's go. Like I said earlier, I don't know how the fandom feels about certain movies, so I'm just gonna speak my piece and hope for the best. At the bottom of this ranking, I'm gonna have to put Rogue One. Now, I can just feel someone getting mad already. But like, Rogue One, I was not feeling it, y'all. Like, the characters were boring. I can't remember their names. And like, the story of Rogue One, it takes place before Episode 4, like the very first Star Wars movie ever made. Like, they were the spies that hooked Leia up with the plans of the Death Star, and that's how the rebels defeated the Empire. But like, a story like that, yes, it has the potential of being a good story, but at the same time, the mystery is kind of more intriguing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like making a Batman movie, but about Joe Chill. You know, the guy who killed Bruce Wayne's parents. Like, it's a 3-hour epic of the life of Joe Chill, and what if he has a family? What if he was forced to do crime and he was hired to kill the Waynes? Maybe it was an accident. We don't know, but the thing we all know him for doesn't happen until like the last 10 minutes of the film. Like, it has the potential of a good story, but I could have dealt without it. Like, the mystery was more intriguing. But I will say this, Rogue One does have the best Darth Vader scene. Oh, when he was going after those troops, just using the Force and lightsabering the shots. Oh, that was so good. But that, 10-second scene is not enough to save this movie. Next on our list, we have Solo. So you're going to see a theme in this ranking that I do not care about the spin-off films. Honestly, cut them out of the canon and it would make no difference. Especially Solo, a movie that, to me, feels like it kind of ruined the character of Han. Don't you? Because Han Solo is supposed to be this famous pilot, yet the movie makes it very clear that it's not Han, it's a droid that's memory chip got sent into the ship, and that's who's actually driving. Okay, so Han is just a liar, and like, he's supposed to be like this rogue who doesn't join the rebels or the Empire. He's his own party, yet throughout Solo, he's stealing from the Empire. okay? And like, while the other movies are bad chapters to the bigger story, this is just a bad story. By the way, Disney, why are you making films of characters that you killed off? Solo, Black Widow, Mufasa. Like, we killed off this character. What else can we do? Prequel. Okay. At number 9, we have the Star Wars movie that pisses me off the most, Rise of Skywalker. What the actual fuck? Like, bringing back Palpatine? Making him related to Rey? That love story between her and Kylo? Like, what? I don't get it. And like, picture this. Picture Avengers Endgame, right? I feel like Rise of Skywalker really wanted to be Avengers Endgame, but it just didn't pull it off. But picture Avengers Endgame, but it's mostly about Captain Marvel and her love affair with Loki, and they have to fight Ironmonger from the first Iron Man movie. And at the end of the movie, she just makes it very clear that she's officially a Stark. No. Like, no. If Endgame was like that, I would have walked out. Like, nope. Worst Marvel movie ever. And thank goodness it didn't turn out like that. But like, oh my god, you had so much potential. This could have been your Endgame, and you just fell flat on your face, man. But like, you could be wondering why, if this movie pisses you off the most, why is it higher than Solo or Rogue One? Because a movie that brings out emotions, I feel like is so much better than a movie that just makes you feel numb. You know what I mean? It's terrible, but at least it has emotion. At least it brought emotions to me. The last two, I felt nothing. Like just confusion, dumb, dull, like forgettable. This one I'll remember. Granted, not in a good way, but at least it's rememberable. Rememberable in the most negative way possible, but still rememberable. At number 8, we have Attack of the Clones. Now, I am constantly going back and forth on which one do I dislike the most. Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones, it has more action scenes, less Jar Jar. Phantom Menace has a lot of Jar Jar, but also has Darth Maul. So, I'm going to have to go with Attack of the Clones. Plus, the romance between Anakin and Padme. Some of the acting is kind of cringeworthy, but then again, Phantom Menace is also cringeworthy. Honestly, but we're going to talk about why I kind of prefer Phantom Menace a little bit. Out of the 3 of the prequels, Attack of the Clones just feels the most forgettable. Like, I have one that I don't care for, another one that I appreciate, and one that's just there. That's Attack of the Clones for me. It's just there. Next on our list is The Last Jedi. Now, hear me out. Just hear me out. I love stories where the main hero has grown up, he's older, he has turned his back on his crusade, and a small female character brings him back out of retirement just for the mentor to give his life for his protege. I like those type of stories, like in The Dark Knight Returns, Logan, and The Last Ronin. Thought Last Jedi was going to give me that, and it kind of did, where Luke has turned his back on the Jedi Order, Rey's trying to get him back in the fight. Like, it has that god-awful side story. I just feel like it introduced too many new characters, and they don't really matter because they just end up getting killed off. And by the way, I don't like any of the sequel characters anyway, you know? Because Rey, Finn, Poe, if they show up in the sequels, I don't like them. Like, I find them bland and boring. Like, the original characters are always going to be superior. The prequel characters, I know the kind of characters that they become, so I do like them. But sequel characters do nothing for me, man. But like, this was their moment. Like, I get it why you don't want to show too much in the first sequel. This is what a sequel is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, Force Awakens is all about the new characters being the older characters. Now, the sequel to that is supposed to be the sequel characters rising up, where in the third one, they finally stand on their own. We didn't get any of that in Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. Number 6, we have The Phantom Menace. Now, this movie is cringy. Dialogue is terrible. Jar Jar.
Misa annoying as fuck.
I hate listening to Jar Jar, but I like making fun of him. Plus Darth Maul, bro, and killing off Qui-Gon Jinn, and just the idea of a child Darth Vader going yippee. It's a bad movie that makes me laugh, while the others are either bland, boring, or just make dumb decisions. This just makes me crackle, okay? But that's it. That's it. It's just a dumb, bad movie that, okay, oh, I guess it's better than the others. Okay, top 5. We have The Force Awakens. Now, again, I did not grow up watching Star Wars, so when Disney bought the rights and they started bringing them back in theaters again, I could have cared less. But re-watching all the movies back to back, starting from the original trilogy to the prequels to the sequels, I was like getting excited because, yeah, I miss Luke, I miss Han, I miss Leia. I want to see these guys again. And we do, and it's so nice seeing a little reunion. And what happened to Han? Holy shit, man. Skywalkers, you seriously got family trauma. What the hell? And yo, Kylo, he's like Severus Snape and Loki if they sucked. You know what I'm saying? Dude, this guy will have a tantrum if he runs out of eyeliner. Like, he's not threatening at all. Like, you hot topic emo bastard. Number 4. It recently released in theaters. I bought the popcorn bucket, but I didn't see it in theaters. I still have not seen a single Star Wars movie in theaters. But I feel like I should have seen Revenge of the Sith, because seeing those reactions online, like, that looks like a good time. Watching clips of people in the theater watching Revenge of the Sith, it's like reliving Avengers Endgame or something, man. It's like, I like the chemistry between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and seeing him become fully evil. Like, bro, just, you feel that heartbreak. Like, you are my brother, even though you didn't want him in the first place. Like true brothers, right? Like, I don't want him here because I was here first. Number 3 is Return of the Jedi. Now, I can admit there was changes to this film compared to the other two. It did feel a little more child-friendly. I mean, that's what happens when a franchise gets too big. They gotta wreck the third one. Spider-Man 3, Ninja Turtles 3, X-Men 3. But it's still an enjoyable film. You're wondering, is Luke gonna turn evil or not? Got the new green lightsaber. Han comes by. You have Leia in a bikini. Jabba the Hutt. Like, so many great scenes and characters. Like, okay, I can get down with this. There's a motorcycle going by. Okay, I'm just filming a video. That's fine. But yeah, Return of the Jedi, not as good as the other two, but definitely better than what I just previously mentioned. At number 2, we have the one that started all, Star Wars. Just Star Wars. I hear people get upset if I call it A New Hope, but okay. Watching it for the very first time, like, it has a charm to it. Like, you can tell it was made in the 70s, but you can tell that Wizard of Oz was made in the 30s, 40s, and people still like it to this day. Like, okay, they ain't bad. There's some parts that are more cringy than others, like young Mark Hamill's acting. Thank God he got better. Like, he definitely got better. Like, he's one of my favorite actors, but I think this was his earliest roles, and you can tell. But hey, no one improves if they don't fail. Like, and while he was doing his best, he definitely improved, okay? But yeah, I was watching it, I was kind of surprised at some of the scenes, like, really? This scene is in one of the greatest movies ever made? Just Vader and Obi-Wan taking their light sticks, just like, bing, dead. It's like, okay. While I appreciate Force Awakens trying to be a similar story to this Star Wars film, proving that Disney understands the original, there's one thing they did not get right: personality. While Force Awakens kind of feels retreaded, Force Awakens says the right lyrics, it doesn't have the same music as A New Hope. But of course, the granddaddy of it all, I didn't get the hype at first, but after watching it, I understand. Empire Strikes Back. Best Star Wars movie. Like, it's right up there with The Dark Knight and Winter Soldier. Like, but if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, that should be no surprise. Like, yeah, because it does things that a sequel should do. It expands on the world, it complements the first film, maybe fixes the problems from it, and it gets you excited for a possible third film continuing the story. It left on the cliffhanger like, what's going to happen to Han? Like, are we going to see him again? We'll see you in the third film, maybe. But that is my Star Wars ranking. Hopefully I didn't get you too upset. Remember, I'm still a newcomer. I don't know all the controversies that went down, okay? Like, just walk me through this shit. Like, if there's a problem, help me understand. I mean, I get some of it. Like, revealing the sibling plot out of nowhere. That's fucked up. Disney not having the same magic as the original creator. I get that. But, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fully call myself a fan, but I'm definitely a starter. Okay? I do have some Star Wars merch. I'm starting to wear clothes. I got these pillows. I have a Darth Maul shrine, basically. And I just asked a friend if she could make me another Star Wars pillow. Hopefully she can do it. But anyway, that's all for this video. May the Force be with you.